Latvian star violinist Baiba Skrida has succumbed to the flawless sound of a €2 million Stradivarius. She has been playing one of the rare and precious instruments for years. This one was lent to her by a foundation.
This is a
Stradivarius from 1725. It's a very special violin, and once you learn how to handle it, it's a dream to play, because you can do anything you want. It responds to everything and gives you the best back.
Violin virtuoso Anna-Sophie Mutter owns two of the valuable instruments. She describes her relationship with them as an endless love story. Many of the world's best violinists and young musicians, such as Janine Jansen or David Garrett, first received major global recognition when playing a Stradivarius. Cologne photographer Jan Röhrmann is on a mission to photograph and document the remaining 600 instruments in their original size. His series of books, entitled Antonio Stradivari, already contains 148 of the rarities.
At first, I was a little afraid of touching and photographing the instrument. I didn't know quite the right way to touch it, but now it's more or less second nature and I've learned how to do it. But I'm still in awe.
During the 17th and 18th centuries in the northern town of Cremona, Antonio Stradivari built around 1,000 string instruments, all with the unmistakable Stradivarius sound. For centuries, experts have been puzzling over exactly what causes that unique sound: the varnish, a fungi, or the thickness of the wood. But even now, they've not come up with any conclusive explanation. Antonio Stradivari took the secret to his grave and left a myth behind.
Hello. Hello, Matthias. Hello.
Matthias Lingenfelder is a musician with the Cologne Arin Quartet. He plays a Stradivarius that dates back to 1722 and belonged to a friend of Johannes Brahms. Röhrmann's 4-volume books, hand-bound in leather and with gilt edging, cost more than €3,000. There are only 1,000 copies, and they're in great demand among violin makers in particular.
They've got something, some kind of magic to them. It's hard to explain why Stradivari's instruments sound so much better. There have been a lot of attempts to copy them.
Antonio Stradivari.
But so far nobody has managed to produce an instrument which imitates a Stradivarius. The originals sell for up to €2.5 million, and a very few are still hidden away in their owners' safes. The German Musical Instrument Foundation in Hamburg has loaned 3 of the precious violins. This 4th one is in need of repair. The violins go to the winners of a competition who keep them until they're 30.
The musician is given the instrument right after the competition, that very evening. But they can't play it immediately. They have to fight to be able to play it. We hear from many musicians who become desperate after trying to play for 2 months. They say they can't do it. Stradivarius are not easy for musicians to play, which means that only really good players will be able to get the instruments to do what they're capable of.
Poland's Agata Szumczewska won the competition in 2007 and was loaned a Stradivarius dating back to 1680. It is privately owned. The young violinist is hoping to make it big with her music. Violin stars such as Julia Fischer and Baiba Skrida received support from the foundation and conquered major stages with the priceless violins.
Almost all the world's major violinists have played a Stradivarius at some point or another. It was my dream, and in the 4 years since I've been playing this violin, I can see for myself that my playing has improved.
Every day, Agata Szumczewska discovers new musical possibilities. And she's helping to keep the Stradivarius myth alive.